Hey guys, welcome to Doper today. I'm AJ.
And this is Shannon. How are you, bud?
I'm, I'm great.
Well,
We have
go ahead. I was gonna announce it, but I'm so excited to let you do it. So go ahead, go
okay.
for it.
We have some outstanding guests today. Let's hear from Friendly Shoes.
That's right. We are so excited today and so overjoyed to have with us Joseph D. Francisco and Ryan Garcia of Friendly Shoes. They are amazing and they have decided to partner along with us, not just today, but moving forward with Don't Burn the Day's Future. And we're just excited to tell you all about them and let them kind of take over the show and tell us about what they do and who they are and their fabulous, amazing shoes. So boys, Joseph, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
How
Shannon,
are, how are you?
Shannon, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Thank you, AJ. I'm doing fantastic. We're happy to be here and talk about friendly shoes
Yeah,
and footwear challenges and ADL challenges for sure.
excited. Well, Ryan, you want to introduce yourself and talk about the mission for Friendlies and let everybody know really a little bit of background. And since you're the main guy over there,
Joseph's the main guy.
well,
By way of introduction, I am Joseph's co-founder in Friendly Shoes.
okay.
Joseph is the inventor and the founder of Friendly Shoes, and he's the man behind the curtain who
Well,
worked tirelessly since 2014 to create
wow.
adaptive footwear technology that could help everyone. So
Oh, that's
proud to
amazing.
be here. Grateful to be on your podcast, and we hope that you grow and become a large podcast, and we're happy to be part of that success. Thank
Oh, well,
you.
thank you. And like I mentioned to you in our earlier email, dreams like ours today and wouldn't be possible without companies like you. So we again thank you so much for agreeing to come on, and again thank you for partnering with us in the future in everything that we do. And we love to support Friendly Shoes, and we're just excited. And I'm excited about getting some brand new, really cool, amazing kicks. And hopefully, I want to talk to you about those things moving forward. But yeah, okay, AJ, we're gonna jump right into. Is there anything? I mean, anything you guys want to say? Let's talk about. Tell us a little bit about your mission at Friendly Shoes. Tell our listeners and our viewers a little bit about the mission at Friendly Shoes. I know I've read a little bit about it. AJ's read a little bit, and if
Yes.
you know anything about Friendly Shoes, and you probably know, but just for anybody who's out there who's new to Friendly Shoes, tell us about that.
Sure. Well, the mission of Friendly Shoes is to help as many people as possible enjoy the benefits of proper footwear so they can live actively. Um,
Okay.
as we all know, footwear is a life barrier or difficulty donning and accessing footwear is a life barrier to 100 million people in this country alone. And
Right.
making that easier for as many people as we can is our mission, and we won't stop until we do.
Awesome. Joseph, what's your take on that? You want to expound on that?
Yeah, no, I thought it was perfectly said by Ryan to enable everyone to wear, proper kicks stylistically. We think it's super important too, just to mention the, kind of impression management side of things. Everyone wants to wear nice kicks, and
Right.
Yes.
it's
I
our
mean,
job to provide that opportunity, hopefully.
as a woman and as a former Miss Wheelchair, Florida, 2010, I like to keep myself, fashion trends, but a lot of times you see things that are considered adaptive fashion for the disability community, and they're really not cute, honestly, guys. They're really, I mean, they might be functional, but they're not cute. And
No.
so it's really, I think it's really awesome what you guys are doing to kind of bring in the style aspect as well. And there's so AJ, I think you can talk to the point of the shoes because you have a pair already.
Yes.
They're really stylish and functional. So, right?
They're comfortable and easy to put on uh, foot with other person with cerebral palsy that has difficulty putting on shoes. every day is easier with your shoes.
Oh, did you guys get all that? Did you understand, or do you need me to kind of jump in?
Oh, we 100% did, and we appreciate the kind words, AJ. One thing, kind of separating, not to generalize based on our gender, AJ, Ryan, and I tend to be a little more easily fulfilled from our fashion sense, although I appreciate the kind words.
Of course you do, because you're guys, but you know.
I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, is it black or is it brown? Like, that's what we think, but that new that new step up in fashion for the gals. Shannon, thank you for bringing that out. That's the other part to the element, to the complexity of the shoe, and that's what we're really starting to do. We did realize, consulting some gals that have expertise in that fashion area has surely done as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that brings me to my next question. What's ahead? I've looked at all the lines on the website and they all are amazing, but can you tell us kind of what's ahead? I know you guys want to stay ahead of the trends for fashion, but what is in the future for Friendly Shoes as far as new lines? And let's talk a little bit about your new line. Tell us a little bit what's down the pipe with that.
Sure. Well, our new line is athletic leisure or athleisure, and real emphasis on lightweight, on having multi-tonal, multi-textural, and contrasting accents and colors.
I
That's
love
very
them,
important.
by the way. Awesome.
Yeah, and but lightweight. Going forward, you can expect a variety of shoes from Friendly that have in common lightweight, slip resistant, value added insoles for support and comfort.
Well, that's great.
We also have a dedicated line of ladies fashion in development that we're very excited about. But coming out next, I think our next drop in August will be 2 new lines of kids shoes.
Look at you guys, you're just doing it all.
Yeah, we're trying. We're just trying to meet demand.
That sounds awesome. Also tell us I know you guys are, and I stand behind this 100%, and so does DBTD. And I think it's a really amazing aspect of your company. But tell us about what it means for you guys to sell 2 different shoes versus, and working with Zappos. You did say before the show that you worked with Zappos to develop being able to sell the different sizes of shoes for different feet. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. So Zappos Adaptive came to us and said that they were launching a single and different program where they were selling either single shoes or mixed pairs of shoes, either mixed sizes or even mixed colors. Okay. And at first, we could see the need, so everyone's foot or everyone's feet are slightly different. And of course, some individuals may only have 1 foot. But at the same time, from a shoe company perspective, it seems difficult.
Absolutely.
And Zappos Adaptive is a great partner, and they were great at handling all the details. We are proud to be one of the first shoe companies on the single and different program. Yeah. And we're the first company with a single show box.
Oh,
so
look at
very
you.
Excited.
Look at you breaking all the barriers. I'm so excited. I've heard of this before I actually met you guys through Zappos because I've done some work with them. And I thought that was a really cool concept, but I really wanted to dive in with you guys about what that meant for you and what that looked like. So thank you for telling us about that. Joseph, you want to add in anything?
Yeah, for my 2 cents as an occupational therapist, it's just what a fantastic opportunity for individuals that do have these orthoses, these AFO, KAFOs, SMOs. Provides them the opportunity, if they are ambulatory, to walk without having to take out an insole and essentially malaligning pelvis. For other individuals, it just provides a more cost-efficient way to buy shoes if you are buying the one. In any event, we are thankful for Zappos Adaptive really, pioneering this program and providing us, the opportunity to offer our Friendly Shoes through this opportunity. So.
Right.
It's a win-win situation. Yeah.
It was a great partnership and a great idea between you two. AJ, I see your mouth moving over there. Your head's moving up and down. You got a little something you want to add?
So, just could you tell us how the idea came to you for your company?
Did you
Yeah,
understand?
no, great question, AJ. The idea came to me just through a professional experience. I studied occupational therapy at a master's level in late 2006 to 2009, I believe. And when I got into practice, they give you these hip kits. I'm not sure if you're familiar with hip kits, but it has a elongated dressing stick.
I know them very well.
And I was recommending them per my clinical instructor's advice and all the literature that was presented to us. And lo and behold, it wasn't working for the individuals I was working with, whether ambulatory or not. The only thing that really worked was the sock aid, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
And it depends on the individual. So one thing led to another, and my frustrations led me to my garage with a hacksaw, and some stitching and a zipper. And we ended up moving forward with patents and trademarks and all of these things that came to value. And that's just how it started. I reached out to Ryan, who's clearly our businessman that's helping us out in all the logistics to make this a sustainable company. And
Right.
Based on Ryan's background, who comes from a rural environment in Hawaii, he's very good with innovation and making adjustments, almost like an occupational therapist. So one thing led to another. We have another partner too, and Friendly Shoes is taking off in multiple continents as we speak.
We are so excited to hear that, because we just believe in you guys so much, and we thank you. And as a podcast that represents not only the disability community, but as well, we want to and aspire to be an inclusive podcast. We thank you on all fronts for doing that, and not only designing shoes for people who, and we're going to get into this a little bit, not only designing shoes for the disability community, but also you can kind of elaborate on who else you kind of the niches that you touch on, because I know it's mentioned on your website. If you want to kind of elaborate on who else you are looking to pinpoint when you talk about buying your shoes.
Sure, that's an interesting question. One of the challenges we have as a company is that our customer demographic is very broad. For instance, the largest segment of the adaptive market is really seniors, individuals 65 and plus, but those aren't normally thought of as adaptive. That's sort of an age-related demo. And then there's children. Perhaps a majority of children under the age of 9 or 10 can't tie their own laces, regardless of adaptive or able-bodied. So that's a large demo. And so who is the perfect customer for Friendly Shoes? And it's a simple answer, but
Everybody.
It's anyone who likes easier shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't we all?
We got a touchdown there. I love it. I can't say it enough. And I know I kind of threw you a curveball with that question, but I just kind of thought about it in my mind while you were speaking. And I really, I think that AJ can agree when our goal as a podcast, again, is to be inclusive. So it's really cool to partner with you guys and to kind of push what you guys are doing. We will do it every day. We'll do it all the time because we love what you're doing. So, and not only that, but I didn't realize you are a fellow surfer. I adaptive surf, so Shaka
awesome.
There. You are my people already. So
absolutely.
I'm super stoked about that. Anyway, so
one thing, may I add one thing about surfing?
Ahead.
I did not realize until I met Ryan the amount of details that are involved in surfing.
Yes.
With the wind and the waves. And the
You know what though? I am not to kind of toot my own horn, but I am an ambassador for a nonprofit called LRO, which is Life Rolls On, and they do a lot.
I've heard of them. That's Jesse Billower's company, right?
Yes. And so I work as an ambassador for them as well, and I've done a lot of surfing events for them. And I know this is kind of off topic, but give me a second. And I fell in love with it, and I introduced AJ to it when he came down here to Jacksonville for one of their events. And like I said, I love it. So I'm a fellow surfer.
I froze my butt off.
He froze his butt off, he said. It was cold. But adaptive surfing is another great thing and another great resource for people with disabilities. And so anytime I meet a fellow surfer, I've got to say Shaka because it's amazing.
Yeah.
So
awesome. Actually, that's not off topic at all.
okay.
I mean, I'm a little bit younger, I think, than Jesse Biller were. And I recall, I mean, I knew who he was before his injury because he was an up and coming pro
Right.
surfer
Mhm.
in Southern California.
Yeah.
And his injury was shocking to anyone who was surfing because he, you know, had a spinal injury on relatively small waves over
Yeah.
the sand. And it was,
Mhm.
that happened to any of us. And
Right.
one of the things that put, I guess, these adverse life events on my radar, even as a young, I guess, as a teenager.
So,
Yeah, that's amazing that you say that. And it, you know, it's really funny how the disability community and everything that's inclusive ties into everything, because, you know, we were just talking about shoes and now we're talking about surfing, but it also, it's given you at an early age the mindset to start thinking it can happen to anybody, and just to be prepared for that, you know.
how did you do?
What? How do you do?
How,
1 second, gentlemen.
how did you guys?
How did you guys? Go ahead,
Me.
AJ.
Yes.
Go ahead.
How did we meet?
Oh,
this
look at you, Joseph. Thanks for that, because I even lost it for a second. Go ahead.
I know. Listen, I'm an occupational therapist, and I'm very good at what I do. The funny story, and I love to tell it. Don't let Ryan hit mute. Yeah. So we were going through our initial iterations of our shoes, which quite frankly needed a lot of work on ground zero. And Ryan's behind us. We're at a coffee shop meeting with some of the other individuals that help us build it. And we're like, who's this guy behind us in the coffee behind us again in the coffee shop? Ryan was on his computer working. And Ryan, how did the introduction happen? It just ended up meeting and hit it off right away.
You want to tell us about that introduction, Ryan?
I think he literally hit mute. He literally hit mute.
Oh, yeah. So Joseph is correct. They were meeting at a coffee shop near my house, and I would go there often. At the time, I was actually looking for work. So I was on monster.com and looking for jobs. And I kept seeing these three individuals, and they were talking about UPCs and barcodes, and they were going back and forth on box design. And when they kept bringing this bright blue shoebox, and I was dying to know what was in the shoebox. So I just went up and introduced myself and started a conversation.
Look at you, getting a little bit nosy, but making things happen in the disability community and everywhere.
Yes.
Persistence.
So, I mean, I'm just super excited to know, and I know that our viewers / listeners would be too. We often ask this question, and it's recently, the word inclusive has become a huge buzz. I don't know if you want to say buzzword or whatever adjective you want to use there, but let's talk about how you define the word inclusive as a company, and what it means to you.
It's a great question, and it's something we have given some thought to, because we are cautious and don't wish to abuse that word or to overuse it as we think other brands do. But to us, it means.
That's why I said. That's why I said some brands tend to. I mean, as a disabled person, as a disabled woman, and I'm sure AJ can attest.
Yes.
Also, a lot of people tend to use it incorrectly or think of it in a different way. So that's why we just kind of wanted to get your perspective on what the word means to you, and what it means to you going to work every day and becoming an inclusive brand. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So to friendly, the word inclusion means ideas, actions, and products that leave no one behind, that everyone can benefit from, everyone can perform, everyone can do. Almost all of us can be friendly, even if it's just a smile, even if it's just a kind word, even if it's just not being judgmental. Every one of us, and likewise, we hope that everyone can benefit from our shoes. So that's what it is to us, is that we're trying to do things, say things, believe things, and move things that benefit everyone.
I think that's super amazing, and you kind, again, I'm going to keep saying it, but you guys move you move the bar so forward when it comes to the word, not just the word inclusion, but as a company, you have moved the bar so forward for the disabled community. And that's why I think our missions, both as a podcast and a company, kind of align, and we're so proud to work with you. Um, so thanks again. Joseph, do you have a take on the word inclusion and what it means to you and or your company?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Working on footwear inclusion for me really, I don't have a universal design in my mind and something inclusive for every individual, because I always work out the logistics to make this particular model of the shoe inclusive to this particular individual. So I definitely am the kind of engineer in the background, making these adjustments so this shoe is accessible. It's inclusive for all abilities. I have to make different variations of the shoe. I have to have different last sizes. We have to have different type of pull tabs, different type of aesthetics. And that's how, we really make Friendly as a brand. It's inclusive. It provides people with these different challenges to, do whatever they want to do. And that's a big part of Friendly.
That's
It's just getting people to do what they want to do. And footwear is such an important, part of your daily routines. You do it in the morning, most of us. And then in the evening, at the least, you do it, over and over again throughout the day. You wear the same article of clothing
Absolutely.
with different article of clothing on subsequent days. So with my, kind of engineering brain, it's, we're doing it. I think we're doing it.
You are. You really hit the mark on what it means to be. And I'm not too proud to say a lot of let's coin the word here. A lot of adaptive brands really don't. I don't want to sound terrible, but they don't live it, so they don't know. But it seems like to me in the research that we've done and especially that I've done, you guys really put a passion behind what you do, so therefore you live it, and you really kind of get out there and ask disabled individuals like myself or like AJ what we want out of a shoe. And I really appreciate that, not only as a disabled woman, but just as a woman in general, because what you don't know is that I am a mama, and I also wear other hats as far as what I do that's job related, and I work every day from home. Thanks to COVID has made it possible for us to Zoom the podcast, but I still get dressed every day. So, and it's really difficult. And whether you know it or not, I do have CP. I know we touched on that a little bit, and so does AJ. So, anything that is even remotely that much easier for me to do during my dressing routine is so much easier, because I can tie shoes, but let's be honest, tying shoes is a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna be real. So like, if I could just get up in the morning and zip on my shoes and look great when I walk out the door, like it's not just the bigger things that people think trip us up as wheelchair users or as disability, people with disabilities. It's the smaller things. It's like things like tying your shoes. Like, I could spend 15 minutes tying a shoe or zip on a shoe in 5 minutes and be out the door, and it makes me feel better about myself, because I always try to be as independent as possible.
Exactly.
So I mean, again,
Exactly.
Go ahead.
No, thank you so much. We've referenced in the past time and time again that, it's not always just how you look, it's how you feel. And this goes
Exactly.
to individuals with like, not that I'm a big brand proponent, but like in the Michael Jordan shoes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And these things elevate whatever life endeavor they're trying to do. But yeah, I mean, how you feel is super important.
Well, I think for me as a businesswoman and as just a mom and a wife and of just an active person in general, I could either spend 10 minutes tying a shoe and get pissed off because it's like my fingers don't work exactly right and it's hard, or like I said to Ryan and to you, I could zip on a shoe in 5 minutes. It's fashionable and I don't have to worry about it, and that takes so much stress off of my day and off that period of time, because even the smallest things, if you don't get it right, go ahead, AJ.
You're able to do it yourself.
Right.
You don't need to ask for
That he's right. That's really important. you know, a lot of things, and that doesn't really pertain to me a lot because I try to be as independent as possible. But like I said, you know, having to worry about tying a shoe and like, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. Like, it's really gonna tick me off when I need to get out the door or get my kids somewhere or my husband needs to be somewhere. So it really takes the effort and time out of it. So
How long does it take to build build a shoe?
how long did go ahead.
Take to build a shoe.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
Well, it starts with the design.
You're muted, Ryan.
I think we muted Ryan for just a second.
Sorry. Well, it starts with design, and designs, depending on if you go with a designer or if you're kind of starting from scratch, can take a little time. But once you have the design, you know, if you have to do your own molds on the outsoles, you have to select your insoles, you have to select your materials, you got to get feedback from people. I would say it takes a while. And took Joseph, I think early on, about a year to actually design the shoe, get the feedback, ship the samples, select the materials, determine the range of colors that were going to be utilized. And then once they actually go into production, it can take 75 to 90 days is pretty standard. Yeah.
And I will tell you, and this is kind of a secret little joke between AJ and I, but he was kind of fantasizing a little bit this morning about the future and what it could hold for the partnership between DBTD and Friendly Shoes. And he was like, wouldn't it be cool if we had a brand shoe, like a DBTD shoe? So we're like, one day we're going to put it in their ear that we want a DBTD brand shoe. So maybe one day you guys can, you know, can develop a specific DBTD brand shoe. That would be rad.
AJ, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, AJ. Are you?
Yes.
You said yes.
It would be cool, but we know that's.
I know this is a pipe dream, so don't take it serious. It was a pipe dream, but we were
it's not a pipe dream.
We were talking about how rad it would be for you to develop a shoe that was specifically towards our brand. We would love that. And
so for manufacturing a shoe and getting y'all's brand on there and letters, easy peasy. With the shoe business stuff, my hairline used to be down here, all dark hair. So Ryan had a full head of shimmering hair that used to blow in the wind. Let's stick with the brand stuff. We'll make you the shoes. I'd stay away from the business stuff. It's a long.
That's
long
fine.
battle.
That's fine. I think it was just AJ kind of mentioned, and I was like, that would be rad. But we fully understand, and it was just something a little funny we wanted to kind of throw in the mix with you guys. A few more questions on our side, and then we're gonna, we're gonna let you guys talk to us about what's in the future for Friendly Shoes and what's coming up and any kind of events that you guys have. And we are actually going to talk about some really huge events that we have coming on and some launches that we're doing. And somebody in this room has a birthday coming up. So, so if you guys want to stick around and hear about what we have going on, just give us a few more minutes to talk through a few questions and we'll get to that. But so we're super excited. If you guys want to stay around, or are you having to go?
No, we don't have to go.
Awesome.
I'm happy to stay and listen. Just to close out, at least on our side, you asked a couple of questions there. One is where we're going, and so I want to answer that first, and then I want to thank you both. I talked about some of the new products that are coming out, and we're excited about that. But where we're going is we think that we're going to help to lead the adaptive footwear space. There's some questions of retailers don't know about adaptive yet. They don't know how to sell adaptive. They don't know if they should go put it over in the corner or put it right on the main wall. And so there's this process of helping educate them, helping them show how to sell adaptive footwear.
Amazing.
And it's a challenge.
Look at that.
And it's a challenge, but it's also something that we're very grateful to do. So we're proud of that, and we're hoping that we do a good job representing all of the people out there who inspire us.
Anything that we can do to help you prolong that, make that process happen, please let us know. You're always more than welcome back anytime. I mean, you're gonna send us amazing shoes. So you're always welcome back anytime, and anything you want to share, or
Yes.
let our viewers know, or let our community know. We are full on Friendly Shoes. We're full force ahead with you guys, and we couldn't be prouder of what you guys are doing.
Oh, outside of the sneakers, are there
Okay.
any other type of shoe that you would like to get into?
Yeah. I don't know if you got all that, but he was asking, we know you love your sneakers. We know you're partial to sneakers, but are there any other types of shoes that you're planning to get into, like more types of lady shoes or gentlemen's shoes or dress shoes? Is that something that you can look forward to in the future?
Oh, that's a great question. We do anticipate moving forward with a dress shoe, something a little more formal to go with the slacks and the dresses. One thing that we're going to add in our upcoming I Can Too collection that's going to be available in hopefully August for back to school is we're adding sensory friendly materials.
Amazing.
High color contrast to discern the inside and the outside of the shoe for individuals, especially kids that might have visual impairment. It's also going to help with left-right discrimination, something that my 5- and 6-year-olds seem to still have. Developing, they come out with the wrong feet in the wrong shoes. So
I mean, I have 14 and 15-year-old girls, and they still manage to somehow come out in the wrong shoes sometimes. But I think that might be purposeful, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It never stops, apparently, but lots and lots of stuff. It's important for Friendly Shoes, as we spoke on before, to listen to the customer and to make developments
Right.
based on what the need is. And that's what we're going to continue to do. The athletic leisure, the elements we added with that were the lightweight, the kind of orthopedic accommodating, the slip resistant qualities. So
Right.
Awesome.
please, anyone listening, reach out to us. If there is a need and something you think we should be developing,
Yeah.
info@friendlyshoes.com. We're happy to
Absolutely.
listen. Yeah.
One more question on our side, and then I'm gonna kind of wrap it up as far as the questions. We know that you work with a lot of different companies that are in the adaptive field. But do you work with charities or any kind of nonprofits? Do you and Friendly Shoes do any kind of work like that? I know we were speaking about LRO recently, a few minutes ago, but do you do anything with those kind of companies? Do you partner with them?
So we do, and we're just kind of starting here and having the opportunity to do so. We've donated shoes in the past to a group called Souls for Souls, and
Okay.
that's a charity that donates shoes to people in need around the world.
Oh, wow, awesome.
We recently partnered.
Awesome concept.
Yeah, there's just a big need. People forget that, but the vast majority of adaptive individuals are not in the developed world, right? And they need those footwear opportunities as much as anyone.
Perfect. Yeah.
We recently partnered with a local charity here in San Diego called Active Valor that provides mentorship opportunities to what's called Gold Star children. Those are children whose fathers typically were killed in combat. So
wow.
they pair. Yeah.
That's amazing. You guys are doing great work over there. I just
We're also, Ryan forgets that, I mean, sometimes with footwear, you do have not commercial shoes, that little blemishes here and there. So we work with a company called Souls for Souls. Souls for Souls donates the shoes that might not be appropriate for the retail store, and they put these all over the world. So we don't necessarily have control on the recipients of these particular shoes, but we do know that we are, shoeing individuals in need, which is fantastic.
That's an amazing concept, and I know that AJ agrees with me. We cannot say enough about you guys are wonderful. Just what we know about you and what I've learned, and I secretly knew a little bit about you from working with another company that's in the adaptive realm, Patty and Ricky. We love Patty and Ricky at DBTD too. Alex, we love you. But
Indeed.
because I know she's listening and possibly watching. when the video uploads. But we love Alex and Patty and Ricky, and so I knew a little bit about you guys before, but it's been really nice to chat with you and really get to know Friendly Shoes and move forward with this partnership. And I'm really excited to to have been able to hear all the really great things that you guys are doing for not only our disabled community, but the inclusive community, and also now, basically third world. Yeah, it's really amazing. You guys are touching people everywhere, and that's really rad, to be frank.
Thank you.
You guys have done a really great job. Well, that's all the questions that I have on our side. But I mean, if you guys are more than welcome to take the mic for a few minutes and tell us, do you guys have anything coming up that you'd like our viewers and listeners to know about, or anything to keep on their calendar?
Actually, so we're going to be attending the Family Cafe conference at the Hyatt Regency in Orlando.
I'm very familiar with Family Cafe.
We will be there June 11th to June 13th. We will be at booth number 601. So anyone listening, please feel free to come see us, buy us a margarita. I mean, we're going to be living the Florida life. So, let us know some of the customs over there. We're on the other coast.
Living the Florida life, living the expo life. I know all about it. Yes. So it's a very busy couple days, and these guys are going to need a break when it's time to take a break. So why don't you, like on DBTD, we will offer up and buy you guys a margarita, because we know you'll deserve it. So yeah, absolutely. We know you guys are going to rock the Family Cafe. Is there anything else? And are you guys going to stick around to hear the rest of the show and what we have coming up? And we've got some pretty awesome stuff we want you to hang around and listen out for.
Okay, I'll be hanging. Thank you very much.
All right. AJ, why don't you tell our people, our family, what is coming up on Friday for you, sir?
On Friday, we are having my birthday event.
That's right. So we have decided to take AJ's birthday, and since we can't be together because I'm in Florida and he's in Georgia, and a lot of his friends, because of COVID, cannot be there, we have decided to take AJ's birthday virtual. We want to include all of our DBTD family, so you'll be seeing the event go up more tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, the event will be posted in our group and on our page. And we just hope you can join us for AJ's birthday. We're going to be celebrating with maybe a margarita or two, because he is, an old man now.
I'll be 38.
Oh my gosh. Really? Have I known you for that long?
Youngster.
Yeah.
Seriously? Well, I'm 40, so I don't know who you're calling a youngster over there. But anyway, I've really known you for that long. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
12.5 years.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. Let's not talk about that, because it makes me feel old. Anyway, but yeah, you guys, please, you're anybody in our group, anybody of AJ's friends who are listening, you guys are invited. If you guys are available, Ryan and Joseph, stop by. We're going to have live music by Kat Jones. We're going to have, obviously we're going to have some people, and we're just going to celebrate this guy. And we're going to give him the greatest virtual birthday we can, because he has done great things to make DBTD happen, and we're proud of him.
Yes. And we've also launched Dope on DBTD.
That's right. I'm going to help AJ out a little bit here, because I see he's a little bit stuck. But you guys might have seen a few hints here or there over the last few days about us launching our official DBTD media website. But as of today, after the show, the dbtdmedia.com website will be live. You can go over there and find out who we have on the show coming up, and you can find out our sponsors and who we're working with.
Bios.
Yeah, and you can find out the bios of everybody we're working with. By the way, guys, I still need that from you, because we're going to put you guys on the website. I know we've got your logos, but we need bios because we want everybody to know about Friendlies. And we're just really excited to launch this new DBTD website because that's the one place you can find everything that has to do with Don't Burn the Day. And we're super excited.
And
So yay!
coming
like,
up,
go ahead.
coming up in June, we have cat jokes.
Yeah, yeah. The first part of June, we will be interviewing a wonderful musician and lady in Kat Jones. We met her a few months back
Who
through another virtual party, and she is going to join us. And
who
we
will
will go ahead.
also who you will also see on Friday.
Right, she's going to be a part of your birthday party. Yep, she's agreed to do that.
Yes.
So that's really awesome. And big drum roll, we, the Don't Burn the Day team, we're super stoked and super excited to announce that we have now joined forces with Fashion is for Everybody, and we will be live streaming a podcast episode from Nashville, Tennessee,
Yes.
during their Fashion is for Everybody runway show. So you guys, if you're anywhere near Nashville in September, come out and join us, have a good fun day and see some really great fashion because we'll be out there doing interviews. Go ahead.
At Studio 615.
Yep, at Studio 615 in Nashville. They are really working hard to make it a great event, and we're just excited to be a part of it. We're like I said, we'll be live streaming the actual fashion show, but during that day we will have an actual episode of Don't Burn the Day live from there, and we're super excited to partner with Alicia Cersei and her team to be able to do that. So yay, we have a lot of things coming up in the future we're really excited about.
And Alicia will be on the show coming up in June.
Yeah, she was supposed to be with us yesterday, but she had a family emergency and had to back out. She wasn't feeling very well, so we rescheduled for her in June. So you will absolutely hear more about that and more about what we're going to do and how we're going to contribute coming up in June. So yeah.
Stay tuned
Yeah.
to Don't Burn the Day and DBTD Pod on Facebook. Like our Facebook and join the community.
And you guys, I have to say personally, I am so blown away by the amount of support that we have gotten over just the past few months. Our Facebook family has grown by exponentially, by leaps and bounds. Yeah, by leaps and bounds. You guys, we're almost to 200 likes and followers. I know that seems small to you guys, but we've been working really hard to develop new content for you guys, and it's really kind of difficult sometimes to do that, to find out the niche that people love to watch and to see. And we just launched our YouTube video. We just launched our YouTube channel, and now we're proud to announce that we do have, I don't know if we've got to make sure that JT will mind, but I don't think so. We just hired on a new video editor in JT Clements, and so he will be editing all the videos that you see on our. Go ahead.
Welcome to the team,
yeah.
JT.
Yeah, we would like to welcome JT to the team because he, we found him to be a great fit, and he will be editing all the videos for Don't Burn the Day moving forward. And we're just really happy to announce that and to have him on our team. And so this little thing that AJ built is growing, and we're super proud. And again, I can't help but thank you guys from Friendly Shoes just for supporting us and supporting what we do every day, and now becoming a serious partner with us. We're overjoyed, ecstatic, all the adjective, all the things. We're just all of it.
Oh, yes.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Well, I think that AJ, you want to say some final words, or are you good, or what?
Well, guys, it's been a fun episode, and we thank each and every one of you for listening, and we'd like to thank the team from Friendly for joining us today.
Yeah, and one more thing, you guys, if you you know, and we don't always push this, but it is AJ's birthday on Friday, and if you feel free and you find it in your heart to donate, you know, we are really trying to grow this podcast and this family, but you know that it's difficult for us to do that. So if you feel it in your heart, or you know you have the money to give and you want to donate, there is a donate button on our page at DBTD Media. You can donate there. And also, AJ, I think that you had mentioned you're going to put your personal PayPal in the chat links for Friday. So
It's
that people,
on.
go ahead.
It's already. Just
It's already
put-
there. Okay.
yeah.
Because it does take a lot for us to do what we do, and we want to grow, and we want to be able to give you guys exemplary content that you guys will love. And you guys know we are headed up to Tennessee in a few months, and so that's really what we're striving for. We really want to give you a good live stream. We want to give you a good event. So it's go ahead.
We would like to add more interviews with
Go ahead.
good,
You got it.
great,
You got it.
great guests like Friendly for people that haven't heard of companies such as Friendly. We want to add value for each and every one of you.
That's right. And I mean, I don't know if all of you heard that, but I'm gonna back away and not help AJ with that, because I think that was as clear as can be. And he kind of said he just wanted that we just want to add value to your experience and to your life by bringing people on like Friendly Shoes and showing our community and also the inclusive community that it is possible to have an active life and be disabled and be pretty fashionable while you're at it. So yeah, and so we're just again super excited to have had them on to learn more about Friendly Shoes. And again, you guys, if you feel it, you know, again, we never ask for money or for donations, but if you feel it in your heart and you want to support our future goals, please, you can go over to DBTD Media and do so by hitting the donate button, and it will take you right to our PayPal, and you can know that you are helping us achieve our dreams. And it's with companies like Friendly Shoes that dreams like this for us are becoming a reality, and we can't say thank you enough to both our DVTD family, our guests, everybody involved. We thank you guys so much for allowing us to come on here and add value to your life every Monday or every Tuesday if we don't feel well. Like AJ, I must say thank you to you, because I was in the full clutches yesterday of a full-on horrible migraine, and I was just like, I can't do it.
Yes.
And he's like, it's okay, we'll do it tomorrow. So thank you so much for allowing us to be that flexible. And again, you guys, it takes people like you and people like Friendlies for us to do these things. So we just thank you from the bottom of our heart for allowing us to come on and Zoom with you guys every day and every week. Not every day, every week.
With that, we say, don't burn the day.
Don't burn the day. Thank you guys so much for coming on, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Ryan.
Thank you.
Bye, Ryan. Bye, Joseph.
Bye-bye.
Bye, AJ.
Bye.